Ignore this. Well, I am kind of disappointed in the way that this race died, mainly because it really felt like a necessity and not a thing that could contribute to the story overall. It was a cool and nice touch to have Genba at least finish him off before the mech fight, but the mech fight itself kind of felt like an obligation for Toei to just have Bandai sell us on the new combination for Bundarios. It just didn't fit Genba's entire story at all, when we could have just have fucking Cannonborg. Let's not forget, at the time that Cannonborg was still alive, he was the head of the R&D department, the department that you can say Bundarios built up himself. So we could have told the story of Cannonborg being jealous of the original person that was the head of the department that he is right now, and have him be the one that outs Bundarios. But no, let's just have it to be this race. It just feels like something that could have lasted a lot longer, and it just felt like, oh, we are already done with it. Mainly because like how much it was really interesting to find why Bundarios was suspended really, and seeing some of a Speedo more, which I didn't talk about him last week, but he did show up in last week's episode. But it's like, he's such an interesting character, but I don't know, something about the situation that we are at right now doesn't feel like a thing that should be happening in the finale of this race's entire arc, because he feels so strange. I don't know, but we did discover what happened, what actually occurred to get Bundarios actually suspended, which wasn't the crash. It was the mod that Bundarios installed in himself, and he pretty much like wanted to keep it a secret and have just him be suspended and not BUD, which nice thing, really cool. To be honest, it could have been better if, let's say, BUD never heard of it and Sakito comes in and tries to tell him and BUD doesn't believe him, and we could have at least have this story last more than an episode, barely. But yeah, it's a cool thing, and having pretty much Bundarios in that time just fall to hard liquor, it's just funny. Like, I don't know, like Bundarios sounds like a child. He most of the time acts like a child, but like, no, he's drinking hard. I don't believe it's even hard seltzer. I think it's straight up hard liquor. It's just funny. While having Speedo just being there, it's like, hey, I'm the fan that wrote you down one letter. I am your biggest fan. Listen, I understand you are like in kind of in debt and you don't have anything to do, but I really respect what you have done with that mod you got. What you say? Let's work together. He pretty much sweet talked Bundarios to that point, which is kind of cool. I do like Speedo. He looks neat, and I am going to be kind of interested to see what more Bundarios created, because the Auto Monsters were a Bundarios creation, which is a neat thing to know. Could have been cooler like way earlier in the story, because it would feel like a lot of a bigger levity, but it's like, okay, you could have done that, and you could have also not do the entire BUND being really upset, because like he heard the entire story and he felt bad about how he was feeling after that, how he was kind of talking to Bundarios in last week's episode, and they're just friends now. It's like the entire conflict is just done, and it's like, why? You could have at least waited, or at least have one of the members of the Boonboomgers pretty much call out Bune for his hypocrisy. It's like, hey, fuck you. You work with the fucking with the Hashirians. Why the fuck are you now mad about fucking Bundarios working with them too? It's just dumb. I don't know. It's like, it was kind of funny to know that like Bundarios is a rat because he ratted Speedo out. He literally said, yeah, I would just call the police and pretty much like just close him into the police. I don't know, it's funny, which is kind of funnier now that it's like the Syrians has the police in their pockets. It's just kind of like, ah, you did shit all, Bundarios. And now it's like the entire thing is like Bundarios not wanting to run away and he wants to confront them, which now like pulls back the BBGP again. And it's like, are we ever going to do the BBGP? Are we? Like there are some like fanfare saying, oh yeah, the entire like new seasons that I think still haven't gotten a trademark for, but hey, I could be wrong. And when this is like review goes up, the fucking like trademark releases, maybe will not happen this year and next. It's not gonna happen this year. It's actually going to happen in 2 years from now, and we're going to get Boonboomger like season 2, and the entire season is going to be like is going to be the Big Ben Grand Prix, which I don't see happening because for fuck's sake, they barely could have done it with fucking the DGP. They could have done an entire season which was the DGP, but no, we need to break it to multiple DGPs. I'm not going to rant about gigs. This is not a fucking Camarade episode. But still, I don't know. It's just, this episode felt like a necessity to pretty much move on from this race. It's weird because I felt like I had more fun with Kinenborg, because at least when he showed up, he had a little bit more personality. He kind of like did weird shit. Like this race most of the time didn't do anything. Like this entire arc, if you really think about it, with the end, with this race being done, was way more of the Mad Rex arc. Like we focused way more on him, which was cool, but it's like for an arc that was supposedly needed to be about Genba, none of them really showed up. Genba in this race, none of them really showed up as much. I don't know. It was neat to have like the cool, like full on like champion Boonboomger roll call. How much? Really, you're not going to give them the cool like starry background? Okay. And like the new Gatai is fine. Like, I don't know. It's fine. I hope that next week's episode would be fun. Hey, fucking Two Kaisers' sister is back, but as a completely different character, but she's somehow morphing to Boonping. I don't know how the fuck that would work, but yeah, I'm sorry to tell you people, this episode gets a C+. So, what you thought about Boonboomger episode 35? Comment below, let me know. If you liked the video, please press that like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please help your subscribe button finally achieve its true goal of becoming a subscribed button. Don't forget, you're the only one that can prevent forest fires. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.